Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Wow, this episode was definitely something else. I got something to say. I actually really enjoyed this episode. Paris pisses me off. Okay, Paris pisses me off. Paris is the type of woman who doesn't know what she wants, is extremely flaky, and pretty much puts it on her age, saying that she's young and independent and this, that, and third, and a free spirit. And I'm just like, girl, you just don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. And that's bad. And I was like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I genuinely felt sorry for Zende. Okay? A lot of people snitch say, he came on too strong and talking about the future and all this other stuff. He came on too strong. Okay, that's fine. But it's part of Paris's responsibility to kind of lay the groundwork on it. You know, as far as like what she wants and what she doesn't want. And, I mean, granted, it does kind of fall on him too, but I just don't like that flaky ass attitude of, like, it. So, after she reads the text, she is doing everything possible to, you know, steer him away from proposing to her. And I'm just not there thinking, you know, you could just put on your big girl pants and just, you know, say, hey, listen, heard from Little Birdie that you're planning on proposing to me, and I'm not really ready for that. See, that would have been a mature thing to do. To sit there and actually have a talk with him. And make him understand. And granted, this talk was going to hurt his feelings either way. It just really depends on... It just really depends on how much. One second. But yeah, she could have did the mature thing and just actually talked to him like a grown-ass adult. Instead, she went around the bush and started saying things like, oh, well, you know, we're young and we're single and I want to enjoy being single. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I forgot about when she said that. She was like, oh, you know, I just want to, you know, just keep things casual and single. And I was like, but you and him are dating. So how are you single if you're dating him? Now granted, I wasn't there from the start of it, so I don't know if they actually said that they were, if they made it official or not. But just the fact that she came out her mouth and was like, oh, you know, being single and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm sorry, what? We're single now? You just want to enjoy next year being single and free because you have careers and this, that, and the third. And she just made a complete and utter ass out of herself. So after that, she goes to Carter and just makes the situation so much worse. Okay, so she thanks Carter for, you know, giving her heads up, and then she starts babbling about how, you know, she wasn't ready and she didn't want to hurt him, and you didn't want to hurt, then you should have been... So, there's one part where she's like, I feel so confused. You feel confused? This woman's supposed to be a social worker. Okay. She's supposed to be a social worker and she's confused. I can't make this up. So, she feels all overwhelmed and she hugs Carter. And then she kisses him. Now, granted, I did say that, I think yesterday or the day before. I was like, you know, she's probably just going to wind up, you know, probably hooking up with Carter. And then I see it today, and I got my pen in my hand, and I'm just like... And the minute that they kiss, I'm just like... There's no words to even sit there and express my emotions at that point. I'm just like... Now I'm confused. because I don't know how to respond. I don't know the correct way to. I don't want to be a dick, so I'm just gonna just move past that. So Brooke is getting drunker by the minute, and she's talking to Red, and she's like, "You sure that you can't come home? There's a storm. Does this man look like he's Superman to you?" So she's like, "All right, I love you, whatever," and Deacon offers to stay. She's, slurring and, bobbing left and right and knocking over things. And then, she's like, "Well, this is non-alcoholic. Can't you read?" Oh, Jesus, if he couldn't read, then I would feel really... You should feel really bad for saying that, but whatever. Then she brings out the real stuff, and then, she's all like, "Oh, you should drink." Now, there's one point where Deacon's like, "All right, maybe you should kind of slow down a little bit." And, Brooke is like, "What are you, being the fun police, pretty much?" He was like, "All right, fine, we'll knock him back or whatever." So he started drinking straight vodka. I'm pretty sure straight vodka. And I was just like, whoa. Listen, I like to drink every now and then. But I know that there's certain drinks that if I'm not mixing them, I ain't doing them. Okay? And these people were just drinking vodka straight. I was like, good luck with that. And good luck with that in the morning. But they're knocking them back. And they're just going through memory lane and laughing and just having a good time. And then Deacon decides to make his move. And you see flashbacks of them, like, having their sex scenes. And I'm going to be honest, in the 90s, their sex scenes was damn well close to, well, let's just sit there and say the porn, okay? I was trying to make a clever joke, but screw it. It seems damn near like porn, okay? There's certain things that they do, the way they kiss, that I'm just like, y'all don't look like you're acting. Now, mind you, Douglas, because he can't sleep, and Liam's like, "No, you should just go to bed. You could just do it just one night." Because, he was like, let's go to Grandma's. Let's try to find it. I'm like, Liam, you could just walk over there, right? Like, it's not like she's 3 blocks down. I'm pretty sure she would mind. He's like, "No, you should go to sleep. You're fine." And Douglas decided, okay, cool. So I'm going to get my damn toy, and you just do whatever the hell it is that you're doing. He just watches the whole thing. Man, I'm going to be honest, I hope it does not go any further than the kiss. But does not go any further than the kiss. Because I think at this point, we all knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. But, yeah. Steffi, Finn, Taylor, and Thomas. I was like, and the kids, they're hanging out, having a good time, and I think Hayes sees a cactus. And, Taylor's like, "Oh, I got a cactus from someone." And, she's like, "Yeah." So Hayes touches the cactus, pricks her finger, starts crying, and then Steffi just stands there and looks at the mom with the mean face like, "That damn Sheila." I'm like, yo, Sheila did not tell your child to touch a cactus. You got 4 grown-ass adults in there. Not one of them said, "Hey, this is not a good idea to be, grabbing on cactuses." Like, seriously? No one did that. Everyone was just like, "Nah, that's cool. It's fine." She gives it a mean face, and then sometime later on, both Steffi and Thomas play matchmaker with Taylor and Ridge because, well, let's just be honest, they don't like Brooke, and they probably never has liked Brooke. They just kind of tolerated her for Ridge's sake. I'm just assuming. Oh my goodness, this episode was, actually actually enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to how the whole fallout's gonna be. I feel like in some ways that I did kind of miss out on the golden age of like even maybe the early 2000s, because that's when I started watching One Life to Live. And I watched this, and I remember me sitting down, I was sitting at this, just watching, just going through, channels. And it was One Life to Live that got me into it. It was some sort of train accident with like Will and Nora had lost her memory, and then she got involved with Colin, Ty Treadway. I remember just sitting there watching. I was like, because in my head I was like, I'm just gonna sit there and just watch a few minutes of it. Just watch this silly show, that's just like whatever. And I started watching it, and it's like the last maybe 10 minutes of it. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks actually kind of interesting. I kind of want to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe I should watch it. I mean, just to kind of see where it goes. And, X amount of years later, after high school, I'm still watching soap operas, so, yeah. Now, with that being said, I'm not putting all this on Paris. Of course, Paris did actually cheat on Zende, so that is majority on her. But, I guess it's... Also, I don't want to sit there and blame youth, because not every young person makes the same mistakes or do the same thing, and I don't like putting everyone in a bubble. But to some extent, you can kind of blame a little bit on youth. Zende did not sit there and set the parameters. Paris is a very flaky and kind of clueless girl to some extent, because this dude was doing that for a while. He was being over the top for a while. And it just seemed like it just went over her head. But now she's all like, oh, the single life and this, that, and third. Like, where are you setting the boundaries then? It's unfortunate because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think that he probably started off like that. Like, I don't think he was just heavy-handed from, like, day one. Like, they said they were friends and they kind of progressed. And with feelings, you can't... I mean, when you get older, you do kind of, like, manage it a little bit because you kind of realize, like, maybe I'm going to a little bit too hard, but sometimes feelings are feelings, and I can't sit there and knock Zende for how he felt. Some people just, depending on their emotions, they fall fast. It is what it is. It doesn't make it her fault, and it doesn't make it his fault. It's just how it is. So I don't want people to sit there and think I'm just being kind of a dick to Paris, but she pissed me off. And to be fair, I was actually giving Zende a lot of slack for his practically overcompensating, constantly, PDA, just sit there and say, hey, this is my girlfriend, pretty much, like, that insecure part. But now I'm sitting there looking at, like, maybe in some way, on a subconscious level, she kind of made him feel a little insecure. So, yeah. So, that's actually going to probably do it. I want to thank everyone for watching. I know this came out late. This episode, I wish I would have watched it earlier. I was sitting there trying to charge my laptop, and I was using it for some other stuff, and yeah. So, I put it on this one. Really do love that laptop. But with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone has a great, safe, fun New Year's, and I look forward to seeing everyone next year. I know it was kind of a lame joke, but I kind of got it from B&B, so, let's just blame them. Thank you for watching, be safe, and I will see you in the next video.